I'm Laura. This is Zach. We are going to talk about iMovie today, and we'll talk about, first I'm going to start with kind of an overview of how I use iMovie, and then Zach is also going to talk about a different perspective of how he uses iMovie, and just to give you kind of a introduction, but also show you what we're doing now, and also I want to show you what my videos looked like 3 years ago when I first started out. And I think they've gotten a whole lot better, which is good. So I guess the main thing that I want to point out too is that when we're putting together a video, we want to make sure we have decent quality, footage. So if you have like a shaky video, it's going to be a shaky movie. It's not going to look real good. There are ways to other programs to put that together, but today we're kind of focusing on hey, I'm doing, taping my kid's concert. I've got, my child that is playing baseball, and I want to get some of that sports footage, and how can I make it look really kind of sharp and cool. So I can also, at the end of this, my overall thing is to share it with people, whether it be a professional video, for our Land and Learn sessions here, so people can look at them later, or if I'm putting together a video for, family and friends that are, I've got people on both coasts, so, somebody wants to see a video of the kids, and so I can just send it up to my YouTube channel, which is free, and they can view it from there, so, which is neat. So that would be probably the main thing is, what's my audience? How long do I want to make it? Like, for instance, I am tasked with putting together, from Friday night, I was going to put together some footage from an orchestra concert that we had. And also, we have some nice footage from a friend, actually Mindy, one of our workers here. Her son is a really great baseball player. So I've got some of that as well. And then, like I said, Zach's got some really neat footage to show. In terms of, if you have questions, please ask as we're working through this stuff, and importing and starting, what type of theme we're going to use and all of that. Or I might ask for your input on that as well. So I'm just going to go and start up iMovie. And this is a newer iMovie, by the way, for El Capitan. I'm used to the Yosemite version on mine, whichever. It's just a little. This is a little newer version, so yeah. So we'll see how that goes. The first thing, go ahead. Yeah.
Is this an app then? Or is this a?
This is an actual application on your Mac, but it would be an app. Great question, on your iOS devices. So you also have iMovie on your phone. You also have it on your iPad. In fact, that's kind of what Zach's going to show you too. Is and I'm not sure if we have a dongle with it, or we can just show people how to, what that looks like. But he's been putting together some really neat pieces. In fact, in our last Land and Learn, he put together an iMovie on his iPhone, because we did videography on the iPhone, and this was sort of designed to have it on the Mac. So, yeah, good question. So it is actually an application that comes with, and it's free. It all comes with, your Mac.
It comes pre-installed on your Mac. It will come on there automatically if you buy a new Mac. However, with an iPad or iPhone, it's an app that you would download for free in the App Store.
Yeah. Yep. Good. We can definitely help you with that. So the first thing I'm going to do is just come up with a new movie, and we also have trailers we can show. Zach is a little bit more, he's been working a lot more with trailers than I have. I've been focusing on making movies, so he's going to show you trailers in a moment. The first thing you want to do is come up with a theme. I mentioned that, we have a sports theme, and you can also view these. There's a little thumbnail here that you can preview and see if you like it. It's kind of cool. And if it's maybe, since it's a little thumbnail. Yeah, so that's neat. Also, say you went on a trip and you want to use use the travel theme. That's kind of cool. So, I like that one. The other thing is, if you have video that has sound, like obviously the orchestra concert that I taped on Friday night has sound, so I'm not going to have something over it. In that case, then I would use the no theme version, because it would not have any sound with it. Probably with the sports one for Mindy, I'm going to go ahead and use the sports, or should I just use, I tend to use no theme all the time. And then I add in my own, I bring in titles, I bring in some like cool fly-ins if I want for my transitions. And then I also add different, sound bites. I'll show you how I've put some of mine together and some of the neat things we can do with that. So I'm going to go ahead and hit create. You're going to name your movie. It's as simple as that. So should I do the orchestra one first? What do you think? Orchestra or baseball? It's your call.
Baseball.
Baseball. Okay, we're going to do baseball. Baseball, and the young man's name is Tyler. And we're going to go with spring. This is actually either fall or spring. I think it was spring last year, Florida, and he's in an exhibition. He's now got a full ride, I think, to a university, so it's kind of exciting. He's a really good player. So, and I had already been playing with some of this. I brought in one clip already of Tyler. Let's just check him out. We can view everything down here. I've brought this in from actually this flash drive over here. So we can bring in as much as we want or as little as we want. So depending on how we want to work on this. So I went out here and I went out to, there we go, My Media. All at the top, this is your audio, your media that you can bring in, audio. The titles that I was talking about to bring in and title it, say, Spring Florida Exhibition with Tyler. Backgrounds, if you want to change those, as well as transitions. I don't tend to use backgrounds a lot, but we can play with it some more. So I brought in the media here, and if I want to then, I can then go ahead and import more media if I wish. And I am, I just hit Command I, thank you. I'm just used to doing it, sorry. And I can go to the desktop, which is where I have the orchestra stuff saved, or just out of my hard drive. I also, my flash drive, you can also just put in your phone, bring it into photos. That's actually what I did for the orchestra stuff. You can bring it in from any source. You can have your flash drive, stick your little SD card in. You can bring it in from anywhere. And then take the clips. I forget which one I've got here, so let's grab this one.
Job, transitioning everything. If it's a different movie file, convert it into the QuickTime movie file.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does a really good job switching everything in. And then you can also import images too if you don't have a movie. So if you have a real cool image, you can import JPEG images in there as well.
And you have some really nice ones on your trip that you're going to show them. So I like it when you incorporate the photos, because you tend to use that theme of you said the photo album, right?
That's what I used. I had, when I graduated, I had a constant video playing at my graduation party on my iMac that I had set up, and it was the photo album theme, so it made it look like someone was looking through a scrapbook on mine. But the movies that I use now, I'm just like her, I've just used the no theme and then create my own if I want to add it in there. And you'll see that with some of the stuff that I do on the videos that I show.
Yeah, because then you get people talking, conversing. You get all background music and that sort of thing.
And then you
So
add your own music into it.
yeah, I'm going to go ahead and hit import selected in the lower right because I think that's a different clip. It's going to go ahead and add it to the bottom. So here's that new clip. You can tell that those are two separate ones since there's a big space there. This one isn't that big. I'm going to go ahead and just double tap on that. So when it's highlighted, that means you can take that section of that movie and go ahead and I hit E to bring it into my timeline. So
there's a plus button right there.
Yeah, or the plus. Thanks.
So if you're forgetting like the E or the command options, there's always a plus button there, or like importing. You can't see it on the screen, but there's an import where you can import your stuff.
Here we go. Yeah, up at the top I've got File, and I'm on the Edit menu right now. There's also Mark, so you can mark up and add, different things too. You can add a marker. You have to be within the. I'm highlighted up here now. You have to be on the timeline. So, or you can modify. You can mute it. You can trim your clip to the edge. There's just tons of stuff you can do. So again, it depends on how you want your movie to look, how small you want it to be, how big you want it to be, that type of thing. So you can also go in here, I just hit E, add to movie. So I just added that clip, I hit E, and I added down the movie. I just tend to use the keyboard shortcuts. So now I've got this down here. I'm going to go ahead and let's just see. It's only, excuse me, 28.7 seconds long. And I'm going to go ahead and play it. Let's just see how good it looks. What I'd really like to do, I'm finding that gate action really annoying. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to double tap here and I'm going to crop some of this out. I know you did this the other day for me.
There you go.
Perfect. I actually hadn't done this until we started playing with this. I never knew I could crop the video. That's kind of neat. I'm going to crop that.
And a lot of the features I find that she's showing you right now are available on the Mac version of it. But if you try to do it on your iPhone and iPad are very basic as far as not allowing you to do this. But it gives you a bunch of the same titles, backgrounds, those features. The cropping the video like she just did is mainly computer-based as far as the OS is.
That looks a lot better though, doesn't it? He's a lot closer up and I got rid of some of that gate. Okay, that's cool. So it's not doing it down here though, so I have to get rid of this and bring it back in again, right?
You edited the whole clip that way. So now you're going to have to delete that clip.
Okay.
Just add it in. So what she had done is she had added the clip before we cropped it, and she had cropped the main video itself.
Yeah.
Now since she cropped it, she had to add the cropped version.
I think if I crop it more, I'm going to get too much of the action out of there. So you should see this kid swing. His form is amazing. I love baseball. Okay, so pretty neat. So let's go ahead. Let's see where he's actually batting up. Oh, that's kind of good, but that's a strike, right? So let's go ahead and he's about to hit here. So that's kind of exciting. So what I usually do, I tend to add a markup. What do you tend to do when you want to clip something?
When I clip, I just drag.
Sure, I'll have you do it. You come help me.
I just highlight the whole video.
Oh, okay.
Yep, and then I just drag from the edge to right where that was at.
Oh, I'm following you. Right here.
No, you have to flip to where it's yellow, now drag where you wanted it. Because now you can see up here where she's at, where it starts, and you can go very slow to get that exact same frame that you want.
That's a lot better than what I was doing. I was adding a marker. I knew there was a better way to do this. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and...
You have like 20 seconds. This whole clip is now 20 seconds.
Awesome. So that's exactly what I want. Okay, so we've got that nice clip in there. I'm going to get some of the previous one too. So there's some good, most of them are of him batting, but again, kind of far away. And let's go ahead and see now. How do you? I want to bring this where in there, and it brought just that one part.
It brought that part, and
Yeah.
it kind of edits and guesses where you want it to end. If you wanted to go more, she could click on this video and drag it to expand it more of that video, and it pulls it straight from the video that you have before.
Okay, that I haven't done before, so I might have you show that.
Okay.
So the main thing I tend to do is go ahead and bring in, say, a title. And I'm going to be at the front end, which I'm trying to be at. There we go. And I'm going to go into the title here. And what should we do? There's some really neat themes for the titles. You like the Star Wars? Okay. All right, I missed where it was.
Okay, you were on it.
Just click and drag it, bring it down. Oh, it's making it huge. So let's go ahead and make that a little smaller.
So you really can't do that on the iPad, right?
You can add the Star Wars theme to the iPad.
There's a lot of themes on the iPad.
You can add the titles, backgrounds, transitions, and stuff like that. But as far as editing the video that you have itself,
Well, the reason why this caught my interest is I used to use Camtasia, which
Yes.
is not a very friendly thing in my mind. So, and I teach hybrid classes, so I want to upload my lectures using my iPad. I don't have a computer, so I use the iPad. Is this something that I can do?
I have a really good solution for you to actually, what he wants to do is do the QuickTime and then grab his, I'll show you how to do it. You bring your iPad, you're basically putting on and then grabbing and recording whatever's on the iPad at that time. So I'll show you how to do that. So we'll name this Spring Exhibition. And I usually, okay, let's see, I'm going to grab this. And I'm going to put Tyler, I don't know their last name though. And I'm not sure why it's not getting rid of the whole thing. I usually am able to do this pretty easily. But
There's a bunch of stuff underneath it. So
oh, is that it? Okay.
Pull your cursor down a little bit. Now, there we go.
Perfect. So we can do things like center it all up at the top here. Yeah, there is a little bit more, but there's a fair amount on the iPad to be able to change these, to change this with.
Like, let's say you have your iPad and you want to add something a little bit more. Just plug your iPad into a computer, onto a Mac that has iMovie, and it will download that movie in, and then you're able to edit a little bit more of what you want to based on your iPad. So maybe there's something little that you want to edit on the Mac, like, oh, I don't like that. Like she had the fence. Then you could just go and edit that one foot and then send it right back to the iPad.
Absolutely.
Simultaneously.
This is a map.
So what did you take your videos with? Did you use your iPhone, your iPad?
Mindy used her iPhone for these. Yeah,
So
this
just
is,
basically the camera.
yeah.
The front. This camera is actually really good. I don't know if you remember Helen Greenwald.
Yep.
Yeah. She told me I took photography with her last semester, and she's like, she was amazed at how much the iPhone camera was just like her DSLR. It could be the same
It's amazing.
quality type. And she's like, just go use your phone.
I'm going to fade to black at the end here. That's one of my favorite things to do. At the end. I tend to fade to black. Where do you tend to use it?
I use fade black.
In the beginning? What do you like at the beginning?
I use fade to black throughout the whole. I set fade to black as each transition, so that I
Excellent.
don't have to.
Let's do it.
What she's doing is doing each one separately. If I'm doing a movie where I use like different clips, like you'll see the one that I'm going to make.
Do them all together?
I just set it to fade to black every transition.
Oh, gotcha.
So every time I added something in, it would just put fade to black automatically.
I'll have you show them that, or if you can. Oh, okay.
Find it.
So I do actually want my transitions a little bit bigger because these are super fast. Like you can barely tell that I'm using a transition. So I'm going to make that just a little bit bigger. If you double tap on one, you can apply to all. And I usually tend to do like, 2.0 or 3.0. And then I apply to all transitions. So now all of them are just a little bit longer.
Let's see what. Go right click on your fade to black. No, right here.
Is there a maximum length to this? 20 minutes? Really?
No.
You can make your movie as long as you want. The one thing I was going to mention that I do, because I have like 30-minute videos that I have out that I've already made, and if you want to take a look at that, because we don't want to sit here and wait for this to render once we do this, and I'll have you show some of yours too. I'm going to just jump out here to one of our already made ones. This is a 22-minute long one, and I use an Adobe program called Encoder to basically, scrunch up that video, make it more compressed. You want to use some sort of a compressing, anything. I mean, it's Encoder within Adobe, or there's other ones out there as well that you can use. So, and we can definitely help you research that for sure. I'm just going to show you this one has a beginning. I brought in this, and then it has got an intro, and I added the music. Morning. Added
Thanks
a little
for coming
intro
out
there.
today. I'm Laura
And then we're
Carson. I'm the
starting.
customer service specialist here at EagleTech.
And then towards the end, we have, say, a fade to black, and you can do,
I mean, that would be just,
there we
or
go.
anything.
I think I just faded to
Weddings,
black. You can also have credits either rolling at the beginning or credits rolling at the end. Do you use credits at all? Sometimes I haven't on this
I don't
one.
ever really use credits unless it's,
you know, whatever.
movie I'm gonna show you, I use both as a credit on the end. But with the trailers, they add their own credit thing. You know how at the end of the trailer you see like all the little fine print? It adds it for you. It's kind of cool.
Right. You can also put in different backgrounds if you wish. Again, like say if it's an educational, trip, etc. You want to put something together. Like I could envision Julie using this for like her Peru trip. She might have used something like this. Or just a travel trip. You can put that off in the background. And again, more transitions. Titling. This is the Boogie Nights theme. So we can pull this and have it at the beginning. And you can title it, just double tap, and we can title it, Tyler Baseball. Ooh, what happened there?
Still,
Was I up above? I did not mean to be. I don't know how that happened, but I should have brought in my own computer. That's okay. Okay.
Would you download this app as iPhone, iMovie free? Is that what it is?
Okay, so Tyler Baseball. And if you want to have any type of music in here, you can have audio. There's tons and tons of audio. You can also attach and bring in your own iTunes songs that you want to have in there as well.
do any of you guys use Apple Music though? No. Okay. I found with Apple Music.
Does Apple Music allow you just to bring it
Apple
in?
Music does not allow you because you don't own the rights to that song. I own the rights to stream the song.
Oh, gotcha. I just wanted people to hear you
No, it's fine.
on the tape. Look at this. It's got like a baseball theme. Let's see what that is.
Just basically.
It's just probably a click. More of the songs are down below, like Footsteps, Hard Rain, if you want to do some interesting things. But they also have actual, like, neat music, too, to go along with it.
You're in the effects folder. Right at the top.
Yeah.
Right there. You click effects. I can find everything as far as the music.
Oh, okay. Usually I just scroll down and find it down there. So if I've got modern, playful would be good, or travel.
I'm using for that.
Oh, playful? I like that. So the theme, let's see, let's take a look at, there's sports. So there's tons and tons of themes out there that you can use. So that's my whole point. And then we can go ahead and, I usually save the project. I do a file and then I share. You can either just send it to your theater and it basically publishes it within your computer, or you can send it up to YouTube, iTunes, email. I tend to use YouTube or just go straight to Facebook. Vimeo's a good one, image or file. This is how I bring a file. You'll see it's very large. I'll take this, I'll have it add it to the theater as well, but then I also take it and I change the resolution so it's not high. I usually change it to, we want both. Actually 720 is good for viewing on an iPad. And I go ahead and name this again, and it saves it to my computer here. And then if it's a very large file, that's when you take that, it turns it into an MP4. You take the MP4 and then you bring it into a compression software package. So, and it's really simple. So it would take it takes probably, I don't know, an hour depending on what one you're using. But that's how I would go ahead and go ahead and do that. And I can definitely help you with it too. So, you want to show your cool stuff?
All right.
Or I'll stand over here.
What I've what I've done. Is there anything you guys want to kind of go in depth on, or something you don't know how to use, or something you guys use in your personal time that you'd like me to show? That could definitely do that.
I really didn't know a whole lot about this, so this is just more of an information gathering thing.
Yeah.
Oh, good,
Awesome.
good.
Okay, so I'm going to, the first clip that I'm going to show is,
Hear him?
can you hear me? Yeah. Okay.
So pretty good, good.
So the first clip that I'm going to show, when I was a senior in high school, which I'm going to date myself, 4 years ago, I can't believe it's been that long, I babysat a kid all throughout.
Take this off.
I babysat a kid all throughout my senior year, every Monday, before I threw away at class. And so I just wanted to give back to his parents and kind of just give him this video. But he's such a fast little 1-year-old that I could never get a steady video. And this is what she's talking about, being not steady. So this is a trailer, and this will show you the differences between my video now, then, and I'll show you my videos now. So that's my starting of my YouTube, not my YouTube, but my video making. You can see how shaky I was. And so now,
Is that on an iPhone? Or where did you
yeah, that's
take
what I
your
use with my iPhone. Now, this is a video of me and my two friends, Hannah and Mackenzie. We went to Branson in September to go to the Titanic Museum down there. And so I had documented our whole trip down there. So this is all edited on iMovie on the Note theme. So.
2015. And I don't care how high you take me by surprise. I'm gripping on to where I think I should arrive. We lie so vacant in the dark. Take me now so I can wake up and drift away.
Thank you very much. I
Yeah.
have to meet someone soon.
Yeah, go ahead. And then, yeah, like she said, it'll be on our website too.
Yeah,
Okay.
on our website.
All right, that's good.
Facebook page.